and if you're somebody that's come on this video to see the comparison, whether you want to get the Sony ZV E10 or you want to purchase the Canon G7X, here are some deciding factors for me why I didn't repurchase the G7X. Hi guys, we are back! Finally! I know this was such an unintended gap here, and maybe you don't even feel like there is a gap because I've been on every other platform. But if you guys don't know, I am now filming on my new Sony ZV E10. This is a new camera. I was not planning on upgrading my camera. My old camera was a Canon G7X Mark II, which is the OG YouTuber camera, and I use that camera for literally everything. However, my Canon absolutely got demolished. So I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on, do a little day in the life vlog, but also kind of talk about this new camera since I just opened it up. This vlog is like me trying out this camera, taking it around with me for my regular routine currently here in Hawaii. So let's just get into when I first literally picked up this camera and turned it on. Alright friends, I just got my new vlogging camera and I am testing it out. Literally, I could scream because what in the world? You're literally seeing my entire house. This looks so good, guys. I'm in love. Okay, do you know what this means, right? So basically, this is what my Canon G7X looks like. Completely fallen apart, and not only did it fall apart, but this is what it looks like. So I'm trying to get used to the settings on this camera. I feel really orange, but the fact that this is nighttime and this is indoor lighting, yeah, oh my god, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And the wide angle is really what's getting me. Okay, let me see in better lighting. Actually, you know what I've thought? I really wanted to do a camera review, so I'm gonna keep vlogging with this camera, and at the end of this video I'll do a little review and thoughts, differences, what I like about this camera versus what I like about the Canon G7X, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Jump scare, it's actually the next morning and I am playing around with this lipstick that I got from TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok, you know about this lip stains. For some reason they advertise lip stains so much on TikTok, but I wanted to try out the camera and see what the battery life looks like. I charged it overnight, and I have to say with the Canon G7X you have to take out the actual battery and plug it into a wall socket, and I found that the battery life was meh, so-so, like it wouldn't last a whole day. And from the reviews that I saw with this camera, apparently the battery life isn't great with this one either. However, like I was saying, the charger that I got just plugs, it's like a USB-C cable, so I just plugged it into the wall yesterday, and by the time I woke up it was all charged. I find that if I do my little lip stain in the morning as I'm getting ready, putting my makeup on, even while I have like a little bit of the red stain cleared out, I put a little bit on my cheeks, and honestly it does stain your cheek like you have almost like a natural blush all day. And I just do this in the morning after brushing my teeth and I call it a day. I've been trying to get ready more, whether I'm staying at home all day, whether I have nothing else to do, I just put a little bit of lip stain, a cheek stain moment, some concealer and mascara, and it's simple enough. It makes me feel more put together, and I don't know, it just makes me feel ready for the day. I mentioned it last night that I fixed the screen to wide angle lens. Apparently it's more shaky that way. Let me know if you guys are finding this stability be, I'm not finding it to be any more or less shaky than any other time, but I'm loving the way the lighting is looking in the viewfinder. I hope it translates well when I go into post-production. I'll let you guys know if I do, but it is almost the end of my workday. I have one very long meeting about to start in literally uno momento, so I'm gonna catch you guys a little bit later. For those of you that are watching this video and you're already you know about cameras and you're like a photographer or videographer, then this might sound like some pretty like straightforward observations. But I'm making this video for the girlies that are like just starting out YouTube or like want to get into vlogging but aren't sure what camera to get, because a Canon G7X, which has been like the OG well-known vlogging camera, is all sold out thanks to TikTok. Well, I was looking through this camera, and the one thing this definitely has that I wish the G7X had, to the point where I really struggled, and like that's one thing, like from the moment I had the G7X to now I really wanted, was the ability to add, even if it's a cheap microphone, just some sort of microphone adjustment. And the best I could have come up with was, you guys know my little tiny handheld mic. The last couple of videos that I filmed, I literally would have the handheld mic plugged into my phone, have my phone recording me, and then post-production, aka like once I'm done filming, I would take the audio from my phone and then edit it into the camera, because I really wanted good audio quality. And if you guys don't know, audio quality is almost better than your video quality, because you can get good video on your iPhone, but good audio is just, you need it. I'm trying to film in different spots to see how the lighting goes. I will have to say, at this point in time, this camera is taking the cake. I don't know if it's the lens or the camera itself. Something else that I'm really loving is that it's currently telling me that I'm backlit, but it's still showing good video footage. This would be considered being backlit, but even then it's adjusting pretty well. The auto adjustment to the lighting is done really well as in comparison to the G7X. And I know there's some of you that do not care at all about cameras and don't plan on vlogging or doing any of this. So that's why I wanted to make this more vlog style, since I haven't vlogged in a while anyway. So I just finished work and I'm getting ready now to go to the gym. Actually, I'm gonna go on a 4-mile run, which, if you guys don't know, I live on a military base here in Hawaii, and there is a 4-mile loop, and I'm going to run it. I haven't run it in a while. And running has truly transformed my body, guys. I'm not even kidding. I think I've leaned out so much more because I do a lot of heavy weightlifting. Leaning out has been a little bit tougher because I could see my muscle growing, but my fluff wasn't going anywhere. But now that I'm also running, I feel like my fluff has slimmed down. I see more definition in my abs, in my legs, in my calves, like everything. And so I'm happy with it, so I want to make sure I'm keeping up my stamina. My endurance also has gotten so much better, and I notice it when we go on hikes. So I'm going to keep up the running situation. If you guys are interested in my workouts or anything like that, I started a little broadcast group on Instagram. So I gave everybody my workouts that I'm doing for the next 10 weeks for the summer. Like I said, if that's something you're interested in, it's over on Instagram. I do not gatekeep my workouts or anything like that. I love doing it with people. I feel like it gives me more motivation to do it anyway. So Tuesdays are run and workout days. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out my run and then head to the gym right after. So cheers. It's been a while, and oh my god, everything hurts again. I don't remember if this, I can't even talk. We're not doing 4 today. Oh no. This way. Come. Come here. Come. Sit. Welcome to one of my favorite beaches on the island because it's actually one of my favorite secret beaches. It's never crowded, however today of all days, because the military is off from work, it is particularly crowded. Well, not crowded, this is how crowded it is, the fact that I'm not afraid to vlog. So crowded is not like crowded, it's just more people that I'm used to seeing over here, but this is where I like to do a lot of my brand campaign shoots that are like Hawaii themed. I like to do them here because there's never people at the beach. It has beautiful sunsets. The water is always really still. Okay, now that I've had this camera now for the last couple of days, I know I talked about some of these points in the vlog. I honestly can't remember right now, but I wanted to talk about the main reasons. And if you're somebody that's come on this video to see the comparison, whether you want to get the Sony ZV E10 or you want to purchase the Canon G7X, here are some deciding factors for me why I didn't repurchase the G7X. I just want to start off by saying I am not a super technical person. I'm literally just a girl on YouTube. And so all of these are going to be for the girlies that are like, just give me the information that I need to know, aka how to get good camera quality and just get my videos up without having to think too hard about stuff, you know? So first and foremost, if you are a vlogger girly like me, the Canon G7X is smaller and I find that it's more inconspicuous. So there are times where I'll literally hold it up here and like, I don't know, like it feels like it's less intimidating and like less people are staring at you than if you're like this with a giant camera. So the Canon is smaller than the E10. And the only reason why is the Sony has a lens part to it, so it obviously pops out a lot more, but it's definitely not anything near like the giant professional cameras. The Canon, however, is very beginner friendly. Like I remember just taking it out of the box and I think I had to change maybe 1 or 2 settings and it was vlog ready for vlogs and for sit down videos. So all of the videos you guys have watched in the last 2 years have been on my Canon, unless I actually said it's on my iPhone. However, the Sony camera, there's a reason why I'm doing this like a few days later, almost a week later, is because it's taken me a little while to get used to the settings, and I think I had to watch like 3 videos to get the perfect setting. Even then I feel like I don't think I have the perfect settings. Like when I look at the camera quality, maybe when editing it'll look different, but I don't know if I have like the perfect settings right now. Which brings me to my next point, which is the Canon G7X is just the OG vlogger girl camera. So what I did when I had the G7X is I just found a girl's videos who used the Canon G7X and I loved the way her videos looked. I just found her tutorial on her settings and copy paste because there's so many tutorials, whereas with the Sony, a lot of the videos that I have watched besides like 1 or 2 girlies are very technical people, like photographers, videographers, people who do a lot post-production. So I found it like when they're talking about technical terminology, I'm like, what are you saying? This camera is still very popular, just not as common to the vlogger space, I think, in my opinion, than the Canon G7X. However, I do think this is a bit of an upgrade from the girlies that are vlogging just for funsies. So that's probably why. Now to get into the video, photo, audio, which is like the 3 main things I was looking for. For video, I was sold when I saw the big difference between this guy and my Canon G7X. This angle is so much better. And I found that when I was even vlogging with this camera, as you guys see, there is so much more space here And so when I'm holding the camera like literally like this, because sometimes I like to vlog like this because I'm so scared to be walking around like this. You know if you know, but with the Canon G7X, when I would vlog like this, you're literally up my nose. But with this guy, I find that I can be more like nonchalant, you know what I'm saying, holding the camera, but it's not so up in my face, and the wide angle definitely helps with that. So that was the main reason why I wanted this camera. Obviously, there were other Sony cameras that people really liked. The runner-up was Sony ZV E10, I think it was called, like the Sony ZV E10. However, that one is very similar to the Canon G7X in the sense that it's point and shoot, like you just take it out and go. This one, however, has an interchangeable lens. That was a big deal for me. Like, that was a big deal for me because as I'm upgrading from the Canon to this guy, I want to continue to learn more about lenses and improve my camera quality. And if you're somebody that sees yourself in this YouTube game or just like in the content creation space in the long term, you want to have at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to upgrade, or if I want to know more about lenses and get more into that, I want to at least give myself the option to be able to do so. So I really wanted something that has an interchangeable lens. Another thing about the video footage for the Canon, I love the fact that it had video stability. So as I'm walking around, going up and down, like going on boats, as you guys saw in our bachelorette vlog and stuff like that, there was good camera stability. So it didn't feel like you guys were in a freaking roller coaster with me. So I like the camera stability. I know that when you have the wide angle setting with this camera, that sometimes it doesn't have good stability. I've had the wide angle setting since I took this camera out of the box, and when it has a tripod on it, I find that it's not too unstable. So I haven't had too many issues, but we'll see. Next, and this one, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurt my heart a little bit, is the flash photography. The Canon flash photography is the main reason why these TikTok girlies literally sold out the Canon G7X at every Best Buy. The flash photography on this Canon is unreal. Oh my god, literally I was like, should I get the Canon G7X just for the flash photography? And I'll give you guys an example. Like, this is what the last picture I took from the Canon G7X before it gave up on me. And there's so many girls on TikTok that talk about how amazing the flash is in low light settings. However, the E10, I don't know if I'm just not smart enough to find it, but I cannot find the flash. I cannot find any flash settings on this guy, so I think I have to have an external flash that hooks up to it. So it does have the ability to get a flash to hook up to it, and it will do what it needs to do. But I was just kind of sad that it didn't automatically have it, so I'm just like, okay, another thing I have to purchase. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to the last thing, which is audio. The Canon G7X didn't have any ability to add external audio, so as you heard in the vlog portion, I was using my little tiny mic, and I was recording on my phone and recording on my camera, and then stitching it together when I was editing, which took so much longer because you gotta make sure everything sounds great. And there were times where my video was going and my audio was not, or my audio was going and my video was not. So it was really hard to get really good crisp audio on my camera. However, with this guy, it has all the things. Like, you can add all types of upgraded audio. It also came with a little muffler thingy, so it doesn't get too much background noise or like wind noise, which is nice. It came with the box itself, which is great. And obviously, like I said, if you want to upgrade your audio, you can, and it has the little ports to do that, which is a big game changer. So those are all the main things that I truly cared about. I know a lot of people talked about the whole like, oh, if you want to show a product, the autofocus is amazing. I didn't really struggle with the autofocus on the Canon, so I don't know, it wasn't a pain point for me, to be honest with you, but I know this one apparently is like so good. So those are all the things I really cared about and I noticed with this camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. And for the girlies that were here just to hang, thanks for hanging. I missed you. I'm back, and having a new camera has it just got me so excited to be filming more. I'm gonna be filming a weekend here in Hawaii, which is gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. It's definitely not the weekend yet. It's only Thursday, but tomorrow is Friday, and we're gonna be filming a weekend in my life. So if you're curious about what we do here in Hawaii on the weekends, come hang.